is actually a corridor between Djibouti and itself, which is 20 kilometers, which is the shortest distance from Ethiopia to the sea. It is about 80 kilometers. From the Ethiopian border, the tip, when you look at the Ogaden region, that tip to the Red Sea. And that area is very strategic because it is the entry point to the Red Sea. So it means that the moment Ethiopia builds its naval base there, it will control and determine who enters and who doesn't enter the Gulf of Aden into the Red Sea. And that is what has set feelers in Egypt. Egypt is cornered twice. You've built the Millennium Dam, which is basically, according to them, strangulating the Nile waters. So Ethiopia controls the Nile waters. Now you want to control the Red Sea waters. And that is what has pushed Egypt, Al-Sisi, into Somalia. And the point is, diplomatically, Ethiopia is on the long side of things. Now, what has hyped Somalia as a government and as a society is the fact that it has signed a deal with a breakaway part of Somalia, and in exchange for literally supporting that region to break away. It is basically recognizing Somaliland as a sovereign state. Okay. That is why everything is wrong with this deal. And that's why Ethiopia is not getting any support from anywhere, because you support the breaking away of another country, a member country, and then you ride on that to occupy aggressively a land that is owned by another society.
Thank you.
That is not good.
The beer right now, it is about, as you say, the whole of Africa supremacy that Ethiopia wants to impose.
Well, see, Ethiopia is very unfortunate, and Abiy is wrong in every way. But he's not the first to have this kind of thing. He thinks he's a reincarnated Menelik II. And Menelik had these dreams of going all the way to the sea. Only that he was taught by the British, the Italians, and the French, who created the borders, the Ethiopian borders. So that dream of going to the sea was curtailed by the European colonialism in this area. Even Haile Selassie had the same dream. And what you have, Abiy is now thinking that he can do it. And yes, he's made pronouncement that he's even willing to fight, to go to war, to have that. And the problem for him is that nobody is for him in this. There's also the change of attitude that has occurred in Somalia. Somalia is no longer talking about irredentism. So abandon that. So now have Ethiopia is the one doing it. Say, now we need this, so you go there. So for Egypt to say we are not with you, of course Egypt has a good reason. To like to beat upon Ethiopia because of the dam. And it needs a good excuse. So if this happens, and even the Turks who are operating in Somalia, they have also said, no. And the Americans have said, no. So Ethiopia is isolated because it's going the wrong direction. And it wants to control a particular part of the sea. And in controlling that particular part of the sea, it can have the navy that it wants, and build up, and maybe flex its muscles. Along the way, it has quarreled with almost everybody. I think a few years ago, they were ganging up. There was a gang up, Ethiopia, Eritrea, and Somalia. They looked like the three musketeers. And who was the target at the time? Kenya. And Kenya was very jittery. What's going on here? When is it Famajo and Afawaki and Abiy? And they looked as if they were ganging up against Kenya. And behind that thing was Ethiopia's desire to control some parts of the sea. So it's made a mistake, total mistake. It is alone. And the Europeans who gave him And Obel, I think, have been regretting they made a mistake. Because he's used that as if it's a leverage to do whatever he wants. So he's not going anywhere. Ethiopia and Kenya have defense understanding, ranging back into the 60s. That understanding is not a license for Ethiopia to do what it. And I think in this case, Kenya, I think will stand well and say, no, that one, no. We can't agree to that. So it is unfortunate for Abiy. He's discredited himself. He is a problem. And maybe somebody should remind him, be careful. You are alone here.
You're overambitious.
You're overambitious. Yes.
All right. Let's get our closing remarks.